Yeah,
Cool.
that's fine.
Thank you. Yeah, I was just realizing that like for some of us who are, we may just, I just need to make sure everyone knows that this might end up public just in case they're saying anything snarky.
Sounds good.
Okay, so yeah, you're gearing up for bat work. Congrats. And you're going to
I'm
Wisconsin,
so
yeah?
excited. Yeah, I'm going to Wisconsin.
Yay.
Yeah, we were gonna be moving there for my partner's grad school, so we were going to Madison, and then
Perfect.
the bat work. It sounds like it's gonna be a trek. Like I'm gonna have to. It's like 4 hours away from where I'm actually gonna be living, so I'm gonna go out there probably during the week because they'll have a rental house or something available.
Mhm.
And then
And then come back
maybe
to boyfriend on the weekends.
exactly, yeah. And
Perfect.
so we'll see how it goes. But so far, we've been training with, we've been doing the vanilla extract in some containers. And
Mhm.
we got up to a lineup of those in cinder blocks, and he was nailing it. I even had my partner, set up a blind search for us, and I was like, "Oh, this is kind of intimidating," but he did it. Jasper did great, and it was perfect. So that was really exciting. Um, but as we know, he has been mouthy before, and
Yep.
so I wanted to nip that in the bud. And what I had, his alert previously was just like him stopping and staring, and just staring
Mhm.
like into my soul, it felt like. um, and so and his nose would be like on it. So I wanted to create like a sit alert so that he's a little bit farther away from the target, which I think would really
Mhm.
help the bats specifically. And so I went back to just doing one in a cinder block, and I raised it up so he was more naturally going to go into a sit. Um, and he did just, I cued him a few times, and then he started doing it on his own after that. So I rolled with it. But then I pulled out a couple other blanks, and he started like losing his mind a little bit. I'm not really sure what happened. Like he got a couple alerts correct in the beginning, and then there was one where it looked like he had some like question marks, and he still chose the right one, and I rewarded him for it, and then it totally fell apart. And now, like, I've done a couple of sessions and I don't really know how to troubleshoot it, but he's just like, it's just like he's guessing, not thinking about it, and then he'll even like go off and sniff around the room, which I was like, he doesn't leave work really, so I don't know what he's doing.
Yeah.
Which is why I had asked you if you use like a specific cue for each thing, in case he was
Yeah.
like, oh, maybe you want me to go search for food over in that corner today.
Yeah. So okay, so tell me again what happened right before it started falling apart.
Yeah. So we had transitioned from doing just one container. It was originally in the cinder block, and then I
Okay.
transitioned to just doing one like outside of the cinder block to get closer to like real life.
Mhm.
And he was doing fine with that. And then I pulled out two blanks, and and I had them in a row in front of me, and he did the first two alerts like fine, and then like he figured out, he smelled them all and then chose the correct one. And then like this second or third one that he tried, he like, I don't know, all of a sudden he had question marks in his head. And
Okay.
um so I got that on video, luckily. So
Great.
I can share it.
Yeah, no, I'm excited for this. This sounds like it's gonna,
Yeah.
and do we have the whole process?
um I
Or
have most of it, yeah. um
yeah, like these multiple reps.
Yeah, let me here. I'll pull up the one that I had ready. I'm also on my phone, so if this is like, if you can't
No,
see it
I've actually
properly.
got it. I'm like, I've got it this time. So it's the one you submitted.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, let's see. Oh my gosh, he's so pretty. I know I say this every month, but
He is though. I got so lucky.
Good boy. Nice work. Nice job. Search. Good. Search. Good. Search. Find it. Good. Oops. Find it. Good. Search. Search.
okay. Oh, that is a fascinating little
Right?
yeah. Okay, so I think here's what I think may have happened here.
Mhm.
Is it this one? It was like one of the. It was
I know
like
my knee was
we-
covering the one one time.
No, it's okay. I think it was like the second to last alert or the last alert that we got. No, the
Mhm.
second to last. So probably this one.
It's that.
Yeah.
That one.
So this one.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
this one that's correct, right? The furthest to the left. The one that's
Yeah.
most hidden by your knee.
Yeah.
Okay. So I think the confusion may be that you reinforce this. His entire torso is angled towards the middle one.
Okay. Yeah.
So
Shoot.
I think what we need to do is we need to decide whether we're working on discrimination or alerts. And I would actually err on the side of he's a smart guy, he's a driven guy. Let's make it more challenging and add more seeking into the framework so
Mhm.
that he gets more time and space to search and then find it, and they're not so close together, because I suspect because it's not that he doesn't know vanilla, but I think
Right.
also vanilla is probably pretty volatile, so I would imagine at this point your whole area is probably pretty stinky to him.
Yeah. Yeah.
And even though you're doing a great job with the gloves, because that was my first other thought, I was like, oh, I wonder if it's contamination. Doesn't look like that, although who knows, hard to say. But this last alert that we got, I think the orientation of his body was a little confusing.
Mhm.
So I would do kind of two separate sessions. So let's do some alert sessions where you're actually just hiding the vanilla in the environment. Take that jar, put it in a jumble, hide it out somewhere, do some alert reps there. And then if we want to clean up some discrimination work, then I would pay for sniff. So I would be just clicking for nose to jar when
Okay.
that's really the focus.
Gotcha.
So that's me. I think we kind of raised criteria on him in a way that was a little tricky in
Yeah.
that he's just learning that alert. He's doing really well with it. Now we added the 3 lineups, and I think maybe the first couple times that we had 3, we should have done some paying for sniff. And then again, I think I actually made this exact same mistake when I was teaching Niffler, his alert. Like this looks so similar to my alert training session with Niffler, which I need to teach another dog an alert, because I hate this video as a demo, and it's the only one I have of teaching a dog from start to finish, because I did a horrible job. I had the exact same problem where he was getting bored, he was getting frustrated, he was alerting to everything, he was
Yeah.
alerting to nothing, he was leaving the session. Same thing. And what
Okay.
I ended up doing that really helped is I was just like, okay, we're gonna go back to a full search,
Mhm.
and I'm gonna cue the alert as a part of that, and that cleaned it up really, really quickly and really nicely for us.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Because
Because
he
again, I think,
definitely.
and this is where I was going. I think I derailed myself partway through. When they're in this line really close, it's really hard for us to be 100% sure which one they're alerting to, unless they're doing like a nose hold, which
Yeah.
isn't the alert you've chosen. It's not the alert I've chosen. And I think it may be hard for him. I'm not entirely sure if he's committed between these two.
Yeah. Yeah. No, this is the exact clip where I was like, okay, I lost him here, but like,
Yeah.
was he? Yeah. And so I think I don't. So what would I do in that situation? I don't really understand. I think that's where I'm getting stuck too. Is like,
Yeah.
do I
I
end session? Do I have him take like some steps back and take a break?
yeah. So like in this moment, how could you have dealt with it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's see. Let's watch it again. So yeah, because he kind of makes the choice here, touches that one, but then he goes back to kind of the awkward orientation, and you're feeding at the right spot.
Yeah.
I probably would have queued a search again
Okay.
and waited for a more committed, correct response. But it's hard because you're just teaching that. So I think
Right.
I probably would have queued a search again and then clicked for sniff instead of waiting for an alert.
Gotcha.
Maybe.
Gotcha.
I think
Okay.
that's what I would do. But I mean, the good news is I think this is pretty highly remediable. I wouldn't worry too much about it.
Sweet. Yeah.
Um,
I was
And
like,
if you want here, we're gonna pull up Niffler's session just because I think it's gonna be kind of funny to like see
how similar.
how similar. Oh, this is Niffler search. Oh, so we'll pull this one up next. Because this is the session right after my session that was very similar to yours.
Gotcha.
Um, I'm always like very confused about how to find things on YouTube. I want to just be able to search for them.
Do you have I can access like a list of my videos on my
I'm logged into my other YouTube account right now.
Oh yeah.
So I need to just get to that playlist.
Niffler is such a handsome guy. Oh my gosh.
He's so funny. Nope. Okay.
Search.
Oh, yep, there goes Niffler. He always like loses it when he hears me in video.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just separated out my YouTube videos and I haven't moved over all of my canine conservationist stuff.
Gotcha.
Usually bras fit small-chested women like this.
Yapping. You guys, look at how much space that.
View full playlist. There we go. Oh, maybe I didn't even post it because it's such an awful video. I thought I did. Well, okay. We'll watch the one that shows kind of how we remedied it. God, his nose was so funny.
Search.
With the little pink speckles.
Yeah, it doesn't look like that anymore.
He's so fast. He's just cruising.
He's too fast a lot of the time. He just totally blows right past things. We're working on it. Yeah. Oh, body break. Oh God. He also started lifting his legs super late. Like he was like 9 months old when he started lifting his leg. There we go. But so here he's found the bat, or he's targeting right up to it.
Lie down.
And then he wants to come back to me.
Oh, good boy.
I reward
Here, come on, let's
that
go.
because again, this is like his second session after we started teaching an alert.
Yeah.
I go back to it with him.
Lie down.
I think in an ideal world,
down.
I would have had him on lead or been close
Lie
enough that I
down.
could have gotten him
Yes.
down without leading it.
Good boy.
But that was kind of how this is like
You
the
ready?
next session after my yucky alert session.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Get it. Oh boy.
We don't have to listen to that.
Hey, I do the same
Um,
thing.
Yeah, we all do. Right, Sniffs, come on up. Come say hi. There we
Hi,
go. Oh,
Hi, buddy. Oh my goodness. Oh, Jasper's like, what's going on?
what's going on?
Hi, Nipper. Come here, Jasper. Look.
Who's that? He's like, I don't know. Yeah, so and my other guess is, so when you said he like left the session, I think that's probably like a displacement thing where he's kind of like, okay, I thought I had it there and now I didn't really get it, and like now I'm a little not quite sure what's going on, so I'm gonna just go check over here, because it didn't. The other thing that I was thinking, again, kind of on that contamination area, like track, was like maybe the odor has volatilized so much that there is actually odor elsewhere in the environment. It didn't look like it there. It looked like he mostly was just kind of like, I'm confused.
Yeah, and then I think as soon as I rewarded him for his question marks behavior,
Yeah.
yeah, it sent him into a little bit of a spiral, like, oh my gosh, what am I supposed to do? But okay, yeah, I think that will help, and we'll practice that.
Okay.
I wanted to get that sorted out before, like we just got our bats, so I wanted to get that
Yay.
sorted out before moving on to them. But I also think he'll be pretty thrilled to be looking for the bats.
Yeah, the bats are nice because they are kind of intrinsically pretty exciting for a lot of dogs. And I really like being able to train and work through some of these icky, confusing things with a non-target thing.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, exactly. It's good practice, and that way if I mess things up, then it's less detrimental.
yeah, exactly. And I will try to find that alert video to send over to you, where like, I don't know how instructive it is, but just because it is kind of funny how similarly our sessions kind of went wrong in the same way. And the thing that, at least as far as I can tell based on how you edited, you did better than I did, is you called it. Because my
Yeah.
session is like 7 minutes long because I keep trying to end on a good note.
Well,
and
I
we're
did.
just
So I did
digging our
end.
hole.
I did end that session, and then I was like, okay, like what can I try to how to fix this? And then I tried, and then it was just like I did dig a hole.
Yep. Okay. Yeah. It's fine. I would just try taking it out into the environment and doing more of a real search and then queuing from there. Because I think really those lineups, especially for smart dogs, are almost harder because they're kind of like, it can't be C again, can it?
Right. He's like, you had to move it, right? Every time.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. I know Barley has also at points really struggled with lineups.
Yeah.
Because again, they start kind of making it more complicated, and if you make one little mistake, then they're off to the races in the wrong direction and
Yeah.
frustrating easily. So yeah, let us know how it goes. And if you want, it just occurred to me, like, maybe in the future for Patreon, like, we can also just kind of say like, hey, if you have like one rough training session and you want to post video of it or post a question in Patreon, we can try to help you before the next one and just like throw that in there. Because I feel like that on-demand stuff would actually almost be more helpful. So in the future, go for it.
Okay, yeah, I will. Do you want me to just add it in like a new comment thread or under like
I think
the,
can you just post in Patreon? Like, can you start your own?
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, I
and just
think
do
so.
that. And try, if you're comfortable, make it public so everyone else can chime in and
Yeah.
jam on it. I think that would be
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely good with that. Good learning experience for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, and I feel like sometimes when we're trying to do those, we do the like scheduled monthly calls or whatever, sometimes you're not at a stage where you've trained recently or you have a problem, and then 3 days later you have a weird training session that it would be nice to kind of deal with more asynchronously.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Um,
Well-
I did have questions specifically to this job. I don't know if you want to stop.
Yeah, let's
recording
stop
to-
recording and we'll go
Yeah.
into that.
Yeah.
So